If you're in sales, let me paint you a picture of your life right now. You wake up every morning, open your laptop and stare at a CRM full of leads that haven't responded to your emails. Your manager asking for pipeline updates every 5 minutes. And you are starting to wonder if maybe your mom was right about that accounting job. You spend hours crafting the perfect cold email, researching prospects on LinkedIn until your eyes bleed, and sending follow-ups that make you feel more desperate than a reality TV contestant. And what do you get? Radio silence. Or worse, those soul-crushing "thanks but we are all set" response that make you question every life decision that led you to sales. Here is the brutal truth that nobody wants to admit. You are not failing because you suck at sales. You are failing because you are calling people who aren't even in the market to buy. It's like trying to sell umbrellas on a sunny day. Doesn't matter how good your pitch, nobody cares. But what if I told you there is a way to know exactly when someone is practically holding a sign that says, "I have money and problems, please help me solve them"? What if instead of cold calling strangers, you could reach out to people who are already searching for exactly what you sell? That's where lead generation signals come in. And today I am ranking the top 10 signals that separate the quota crossing closers from the desperate cold callers still wondering why their phone never rings. Stop wasting your time on prospects who will never buy, and let me show you the exact signals that actually convert. Signal number 10, social media engagement. Starting at number 10, we have social media engagement. When your prospects start liking, commenting or sharing content related to your industry, it's like they are raising their hand and saying, "I'm thinking about this problem." Now look, this signal alone isn't going to pay a rent, but it's a conversation starter that doesn't make you sound like every other desperate salesperson. If someone has been engaging with your content about sales automation and you sell CRM software, that's your opening to slide into their DMs without being creepy about it. The key here is consistency. Someone who engages once might just be bored on LinkedIn, but someone who has been active for weeks, that person has a problem they are trying to solve. Signal number 9, website revisits. At number 9, we have website revisits. When someone visits your website multiple times, especially your pricing or product pages, they are basically doing the digital equivalent of window shopping. But here is what most salespeople miss. It's not just about the number of visits, it's about the journey. Are they moving from your blog to your product pages to your pricing? That's not accidental browsing. That's a buying journey happening in real time. And if they are spending serious time on your case studies or ROI calculator, they are not just curious, they are building a business case. The conversion impact is medium because while it shows interest, they haven't actually done anything that requires effort yet. They are still in research mode. Signal number 8, job postings. Number 8 is job postings, and this one is overlooked by most salespeople. When a company starts hiring for roles that would use your solution, they are basically announcing, "We are about to have problems that need solving." Let's say you sell marketing automation software and you notice a company just posted for a marketing operations manager position. They are not hiring that person to sit around and look pretty. They are scaling their marketing efforts and probably drowning in manual processes. The timing here is everything. Reach out while they are still figuring out what they need, not after they have hired someone who already has their favorite tools picked out. Signal number 7, content consumption patterns. At number 7, we have content consumption patterns. This goes way beyond just website visits. We are talking about someone who is downloading your white papers, watching your webinars, or reading multiple blog posts about specific pain points. When someone consumes 3 to 4 pieces of your content in a short time frame, they are essentially doing homework on your solution. The conversion impact is higher because they are self-educating, which means they are getting serious about making a decision. Here is a pro tip that will save you from looking like an amateur. Track the order. Someone who goes from what is marketing automation to how to implement marketing automation in 30 days is much harder than someone randomly browsing your blog. Signal number 6, technology changes. Number 6 is technology changes, and this is where things get spicy. When a company adopts new technology, it's like dropping a stone in a pond. The ripples create opportunities everywhere. If a company switches from HubSpot to Salesforce, they suddenly need training, integrations, data migration, and probably a therapist for whoever has to manage that transition. If you sell any of these services, this is your golden ticket to relevance. The conversion impact is high because technology changes create urgent, time-sensitive problems. Companies can't just wait around thinking, "Maybe we'll figure this out next quarter." They need solutions now or everything breaks. Signal number 5, leadership changes. At number 5, leadership changes. New executives are like new relationships. They come with baggage but also with credit cards and decision-making authority. Here's the psychology. A new VP of sales doesn't get hired to keep doing exactly what the last person was doing. They are brought in to shake things up, which means they need new tools, new processes, and new vendors to make their mark. Plus, new leaders have what I call a honeymoon budget. They often have more flexibility with spending in their first 90 days because everyone wants them to succeed. The key is timing. Reach out within their first month, not 6 months later when they have already made all their vendor decisions and probably hate their job. Signal 4, funding announcements. Number 4 is funding announcements. When a company raises money, it's like Christmas, their birthday, and winning the lottery all rolled into one, at least from a sales perspective. Newly funded companies are in growth at all cost mode. They are not looking to save money. They are looking to spend money to make more money faster. And that usually means upgrading everything, hiring everyone, and buying solutions that can scale. But here is the catch. You are not the only genius who reads TechCrunch. Every salesperson in Silicon Valley probably got the same funding alert you did. So you better have something more interesting to say than congrats on your funding, want to buy my stuff. Signal number 3, demo request or free trial signups. At number 3, demo request and free trial signups. This is what I call hand raiser behavior. They are literally asking to see your product in action. But here is where good salespeople separate themselves from the amateur. Not all demo requests are created equal. Someone who books a demo for next week is different from someone who wants to see it today. Someone who fills out detailed forms with their actual business challenges is different from someone who just gives you their work email and nothing else. The conversion impact is very high because they have moved from passive research to active evaluation. Your job now is simply to not screw it up, which honestly most salespeople still manage to do. And here is signal to product launch announcements. Number 2 is product launch announcements. When a company launches a new product or service, they are essentially broadcasting, "We are in chaos mode and probably need help with everything." Think about it. A SaaS company launching a new AI feature probably needs help with demand generation, sales training, customer onboarding, technical support, or about 50 other things they haven't thought of yet. If you provide any of these services, this is your moment to be the hero. The conversion impact is very high because product launches create multiple urgent needs simultaneously. Companies can't launch something and then spend 3 months figuring out the details. They need support now or their launch becomes a very expensive lesson in poor planning. Signal number 1, direct inquiry or RFP response. And at number 1 with the highest conversion impact, we have direct inquiries and RFP responses. When someone reaches out to you directly, they are essentially saying, "I have money, I have a problem, and I think you might be the solution." This includes replies to your cold emails, response to your LinkedIn messages, or inbound leads who specifically mention they need help. The conversion impact is highest because they have already expressed direct interest in having a conversation about spending money. But here is the thing about the number 1 signal. It's super rare. Most of your prospects aren't going to reach out to you directly, which is why you need to master all the other signals like your mortgage payment depends on it. The magic of signal stacking. Now here is where this gets really fun, signal stacking. Instead of relying on just one signal like some amateur, the pros combine multiple signals to create a complete picture of what's actually happening. Picture this, a company just announced Series B funding, hired a new VP of sales, posted 3 SDR job openings. Someone from their team visited your pricing page twice this week, and their CEO just shared an article about scaling outbound sales. That's not a bunch of coincidences. That's a company building a sales machine and practically screaming for help. When you stack signals like this, your conversion rates don't just improve, they transform. You are not cold calling anymore, you are having warm conversations about problems they actually have right now. How do you actually track these signals? So how do you actually track all these signals without turning into that creepy person who knows too much about everyone's business? Here is what actually works. For funding and leadership changes, Google Alerts and Crunchbase are your best friends. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is also fantastic for tracking job changes, though it will make you realize how much people actually hate their jobs. For website behavior, HubSpot, Salesforce, or even Google Analytics can show you who is visiting your site and what they are obsessing over. It's like having superpowers but for sales. For social media signals, most CRM systems can track engagement now, or you can use tools like Hootsuite. Just don't be worried about it. For job postings, LinkedIn, Indeed, and company career pages. Set up alarms and let the opportunities come to you instead of hunting them down like some kind of sales predator. The key is automation. Set up alerts so you are notified when these signals happen, rather than spending your entire day manually checking everything like years 2005. So the bottom line, why most salespeople still stuck at this? Here is what I want you to remember. Signals aren't just about having more data to impress people at sales meetings. They are about having better conversations that actually lead to deals. When you reach out to someone based on a relevant signal, you are not interrupting their day with another pitch. You are starting a conversation about something that's actually happening in their business right now. You become helpful instead of annoying, which is a refreshing change for everyone involved. The companies that master signal-based selling don't just get higher response rates, they get better quality conversations, shorter sales cycles, and ultimately more money in the bank. So stop spraying and praying with your outreach like you are playing sales dart blindfolded. Start paying attention to the signals your prospects are literally broadcasting to the world. Stack those signals together like you are building a case and watch your conversation rates go from embracing to impressive. If this video helped you understand how to use signals without looking like a stalker, smash that like button and subscribe for more sales strategies that actually work in the real world. And if you are already using signals in your process, drop a comment and let me know which one has been most effective. I love hearing more success stories from you, and don't forget to check out our website. The link will be in the description below. So I will see you with more helpful information in the next video.